And good evening, everybody, and welcome to Fowl Territory 238. And it is Friday, October the 27th. I am your host, Gizzard Gary, and I am here by myself for the moment. So I thought I'd go ahead and fire this up and see if I could do this on my own for a few minutes while I'm waiting on panelists to show up. So anyway, welcome one and all to the show. Hope everybody's having a great weekend. Let's take a look out there in the chat. And I do have another panelist. Let's welcome Hillbilly up. Howdy, Hillbilly.
Hey, how you doing, Gary? What's
Doing
going on,
good.
side chat?
Doing good. How are you? I decided to go ahead and fire it up early and just let people jump in as I get here. So
You betcha.
we're just getting ready to take a look and see who got in here first. So looks like Kingpin was in here first. Chris from the 740 is out there. Chicago Mike the Shooter is in the audience, as is Blitz. Guns and Water. Rick Harris is out there. And Duffer 426. And Pat in a bunker starting a fire. Be careful of that fire. Mike White, 2A Advocacy, is in the audience. And Fiend Dog is out there. Welcome, Fiend Dog. Let's see who else. Defense Dad is out there, seeing gun people. Hillbilly up out there and in here. I've seen him before. Chessboard is out there in the audience, as is Artac and Daughters. Let's see. Okay, so that's where we're at so far. I don't know where everybody else is. I have a feeling I know where some people are. So I'm going to go ahead real quick and forward another link out there. And okay. So anyway, so what's going on, Hillbilly? I know you just came from Georgia Shooting Connection. They had a rousing session over there, it sounded like.
Yeah. We talked a lot about shotguns there for quite a bit, and I sure like shotguns, so it was pretty interesting for me, anyhow.
Well, my first gun, as you probably know, was a shotgun. That's what my folks gave me when I was little, and that was my only gun for the longest time. Well, actually, I bought a second one. I actually bought one for myself when I was in my mid-20s. And until I was... How old was I when I bought my first pistol? I can't even remember now. God, it was so long. I was 55, yeah.
Oh,
so
yeah?
until I was 55, yeah, the only thing I owned was a shotgun. So,
oh, cool. Pat, what are you building there, buddy?
Sorry, if it gets too noisy, I'll mute myself. No, it's been pretty dang cold here in the state of Nebraska, so I am getting the old wood stove lit up, and then, yeah, maybe I'll do a show. Maybe that'll be my screensaver tonight. Nice, radiant, warm. How's Gary and how's Hillbilly?
I'm doing fine. It's a fine 45 degrees here right now. I think it's supposed to get down tomorrow with a high of 47, a low of 35, and then a high of 39 on Sunday. It's going to get cold. We can't have to turn on heat here, folks. Chessboard wants to know, did you get my email and picture for your corn? Yes, I did. We'll show that here a little bit later. Let's see. Somebody else, Chris Lang, popped in here. I want to say hi to Chris. Let's see. Who else did I miss out there? Let's see. Weston Probst is out there. Let's see. Garage Guy 879 is out there. Guns and Water is out there. Mike White wants to know, does anyone know about Double Tap 223 64 gram JHP? Good, bad, or mediocre range ammo? I don't know anything about it.
Oh, man.
Man, I don't think I've ever even heard of it before, to tell you the truth.
Oh, I've heard of it. But...
I've shot a little bit of the Double Tap. And, I mean, it seems to be pretty decent, but I don't know about on the 223.
Yeah. Alaska 1 Andy is in the audience. Hello, Andy. Defense Dad says 34 degrees here, high of 38 tomorrow. I might actually put a sweater in my trunk just in case. That might be a good idea.
Yeah.
Now, Chris Lang says, my first was a 20 gauge single shot with a hammer. Well, let's see. For 1 year, my dad got me he bought it at an auction. It was a used, don't ask me what brand it was because I have no idea. But it was a 12 gauge single shot break action with a hammer. I remember it. That's the one I cut the heck out of my thumb with and shot a hole in the ground one time trying to take it off cock one time. Yeah, luckily I had it aimed right down to the ground in front of me and nobody was hurt. But yeah, it's pretty scary deal. The year after that's when I got my own real. I got my Sears and Roebuck pump, which I still have today, and hunted with that many years. So yeah, I do love the shotguns. I've lost track of how many I own. I think 6 right now. I've got 212s. Or is it 5? I can't remember. I got 212s, 220s, and a 410. So I think I have 5. I think that's right. I have to go look one of these days. Yeah, it's pretty bad when you can't keep.
I don't think you own too many shotguns. I don't think
you can. I don't think you can. Defense Dad says you can't say cock on YouTube, Gary. This is a family show. Looky here. Obnoxious One is out there in the audience.
Yo.
My co-host with the co-most is out there in the audience viewing. I imagine he's probably got his hands full right now. So, anyway, say hi to Obnoxious One. Justin Grimm is out there. Let's see. Did I miss anybody else? 223 DMR's out there. I try to click on somebody, my chat jumps on me. So if I click the wrong person, that's why. I'm not just clicking, random people, but it sure seems that way sometimes. Mike White says 63.6. Boy, that's specific now. 63.6 here in beautiful Compton, California. Wow. Okay. Defense Dad said, I was going to buy a new gun, but I went boring and paid my car off today instead. Well, that's always a cool thing to do. Congratulations on that. Let's say hi to Misty Mrs. Wayne.
Hey.
Checking in. We got 21 people out there and 1 thumbs up already on the Facebook side. As you know, we are... and I need to put my banner up so people know what the heck show this is. It says, welcome to Fowl Territory. Oh, yeah, this is Fowl Territory. I remember. Oh, yeah, I'm hosting this show. Oh, looky here.
All right.
Looky here. We got a hot dog, looks like. Blitz and a $1.49 super sticker. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Awesome.
And that hot dog, that's a hot dog. Now, for the people on YouTube that can't see the chat, that is a hot dog, which means it's also a sandwich. So we also have Ghost Tactical in the audience. Welcome, Ghost. Man, we got the royalty in here now. Oh, I see somebody else I missed. Dwayne 7834 is out there. Wow, 25 people.
Rock and rolling.
25 people. I believe the gun snob is at a football game. I checked his schedule, and Pat's back.
Yeah, I'm back.
So Chad Kelly says, I am set on my next shotgun being that Genesis new 3-gun edition out. Gonna be a while, though. It's danged expensive. Yeah, some of them things are. I don't own any expensive shotguns. I just don't. I mean, I've seen some really nice ones I'd love to have. Don't get me wrong. But I'm kind of a simple guy as far as shotguns go. And if I keep talking about shotguns, Ghost is going to leave. And Clover will be in here. I'm surprised Clover ain't already in here.
So you shotgun 3 times, he shows up?
Well, if I didn't dare mention 22 long rifle, he'd be in here. That's for sure. What was I going to say? Oh, for those who are fans of MK Outdoor Journal, formerly known as Budget Guns and Gear Reviews, he's got a live stream coming up a little later here. In fact, he's going to be quarking me come around an hour and a half into the show. So, Jacob is out there. Jacob over on the Twitch side. Obnoxious One dares utter that which shall not be spoken. Chicago Mike says, I'm debating on a 1911, either a Ruger or a Fusion firearms. Okay. Well, everybody ought to have a 1911. Don't you think?
Well, unless you're younger, then you might have a 2011.
Well, that's acceptable. That's acceptable nowadays, I think.
Yeah, I would say so. After the first Thunder on the Prairie, getting to shoot one that was modified and one that was unmodified. They were both Paras, and I really liked them. I liked them both, especially the one that was modified and had a little smoother trigger on it, and just a little bit slicker all the way around on it. And yeah, just really nice. Just like the caliber and like the gun in general.
So Chris Lang says, I'm pretty sure Clover Tech is the reason I'm part of any of this. Yeah, we give Clover a lot of grief, but Clover has brought an awful lot of people into the 2A, and with the 4-H work he's done, a lot of the young people of this world into the shooting sports, period. So, yeah, Guns and Water, can't really tell, but he's got 1911 and a goat out there. Well, you could make the argument that 1911 is the GOAT. I see some people getting their hashtags in for the giveaway. That is #FT238 if you want to get in on the giveaway at the top of the hour. Featured, of course, we're featuring Aegis Gun Care this week. So this is an even numbered Fowl Territory. So this is the winner Aegis Cleaner edition of Fowl Territory.
Sweet.
Sweet. Defense Dad says there's a hell of a deal right now on a Gearson 1911, FYI. If you just want a good, cheap one. Oh.
I kind of like them.
Yeah. Let's see. Chicago Mike says Ruger SR comes with 2 mags. Fusion Firearms comes with an extra recoil spring. Okay. Let's see. Ghost Tactical's having a little problem with dyslexia right now, it looks like. But let's see. Guns and Water says John Moses Browning is the man. Indeed.
Well, I think with Ghost, if you're like watching on a cell phone, it's mirrored, so that would be correct on the cell phone, I think.
So Garage Guy 879 says, when it comes to 1911s that don't bankrupt you, I like T-Sauce. That's an option for sure. T-Sauce, Gearson. Oh gosh, so many good ones out there.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get into a little bit of the discussion here. I'm gonna pull up an article here, and we're gonna take a look at it. So let me go ahead and close that tab, and we will share the screen. And of course, it wouldn't be Fowl Territory without us talking about Taurus. And Taurus announced today that they are bringing back the Taurus 917C. Okay, returning to the U.S. market from a long hiatus, Taurus USA is bringing back the classic 917C, now with upgraded features including 18+1 capacity, target grips built into the frame, and an accessory rail. The 917C is the perfect CCW, I'll talk eventually, option for discerning users who prefer a double action, single action semi-auto pistol. A lot of people are taking a look at this one. Garage Guy says that 917C is a small version of the PT92. What do you guys think of this? Is it interesting at all to you?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's a good looking gun. I mean,
I'd like to shoot it.
Yeah, I'd definitely like to travel on it. You know, being hammer fired. And
I don't know as I've ever shot, and of course, I haven't shot a lot of guns. I've shot my share. I don't believe I've ever shot any Beretta or Beretta clones like that with the open barrel like that. So,
well, I have Beretta 92, and it's a good gun.
It looks really slick. I gotta admit.
I wonder, like the Beretta, you know, you can put the Crimson Trace grips on it and stuff on it. Those will fit to this and stuff.
It doesn't appear to be optic. Those are fixed sights. Well, the front one is anyway. Looks like the rear one is dovetailed in. Front one's a fixed sight, of course. But it does have a rail. Let's see what other specs we got here. Front sight integrated, rear sight is drift adjustable, DASA. Comes with 2 mags, 18 round capacity. Ambi safety. Flat face serrated trigger for better comfort and control with a Picatinny rail. A signature indexing and recoil management pad. Magazine and grip cuts to aid in magazine stripping if required, and reversible magazine release. Okay, so I'll take a look at that. Yeah. Okay, what else we got here? Let's see. 7.9 inch overall length. Let's see. 4.3 inch barrel. And it weighs 33.5 ounces unloaded. Aluminum frame. Black anodized matte black slide. Stainless steel barrel, of course. Decocker. Firing pin block. Striker block. Visual loaded chamber indicator. All right, Garage Guy says, don't need optics on a carry gun, just something that can go wrong in a bad situation. Yeah, that's an argument a lot of people have. What do you think of the price on this? The MSRP? I won't read it out loud and have YouTube.
Well,
it's
like
almost $600
guns like the Beretta, you know, and you can't afford a Beretta or something, you know, I mean, or you know, something else, then that's not bad.
No, not bad. You know, I've never shot a Beretta or a Beretta clone myself or anything, but I've always wanted to. I always thought they looked like slick guns. 600, right around that 600 walnut mark. 600 walnuts.
Doll hairs, some people call those things.
Yeah, thank you, Gary. Thank you. Yeah, I would definitely go play with it and see how it felt. But yeah, that'd definitely be on my list, either a Beretta or a Beretta clone. I'd always like to look at them. Just never had the opportunity to shoot one, I guess.
Now, Justin Grimm says compete with the Cheetah. Yeah, would.
Yeah.
Gun Websites is out there. Chicago Mike says full hand grip. Yep. Rick Harris says nothing wrong with a Taurus. Guns and Water said those Beretta clones were always good guns. Now, Chicago Mike says I'd choose Gearson over Taurus. That's legitimate. Defense Dad says only bad thing about those is if you have small hands or just short fingers, which I have both, so that might be a problem. Let's see. Chicago Mike says past 15 round for Illinois can't have it anyway, unless they give you a different mag option. Now, Gun Websites has a question out here. He says, what is your opinion of the Sig Sauer P238? I have never shot the P238.
Yeah, I hadn't shot the SIG either.
The 938 I've shot, that's the 380 version, right?
I think so.
It's a little 1911 like compact pistol.
Yeah, I never shot that one.
I see what he's doing now. Because this is Fowl Territory 238, so he's coming up with 238 questions.
Nice.
Because his next question, he says, what is your opinion of the J. Stevens Arms Model 238 20 gauge bolt action? I know nothing about that.
What model was that again, Gary?
The J. Stevens Arms Model 238 20 gauge bolt actions.
Actually, if I'm remembering correctly, I think my friend has one of those that used to be his dad's. And I think I've shot that one before, but it's been so long ago that, man, I couldn't tell you if it was worth a dang or not. But that number and the bolt action shotgun sounds awfully familiar. So, and that's the only bolt that I've ever shot shotgun.
So going back to the P238, Guns and Water says it is well made. Let's see. Defense Dad says I have the 9mm version, the P938, and carry it regularly in the summer. I shot one of those at Thunder on a Prairie and had nothing but problems with it. So that's the one that was jamming all the time, I think. Okay. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, seems like every week or two, Taurus is putting out something new.
They are.
I mean, I saw Ron Wayne had the video on the TH-45 this last week. That was pretty darn cool.
Yeah, sweet looking gun.
I just seen Taurus left and right putting out new stuff this summer and fall.
Well, I will say one thing. I liked Tauruses when they were cheaper.
I bought still cheaper than some.
Yeah, I mean, the ones I bought, were cheaper price than they are today, as far as, pricing. And so it makes it's kind of hard for me to give that extra, chunk or, bit of money for one. But they're good guns. I mean, I have nothing against them at all. And the ones I have run fine. They run great.
Okay, so I want to talk about some breaking news here. So let's go ahead and put that on the screen. According to Fox News, The main mass shooting suspect has been found dead. Let me get that comment off the screen there. And okay. Lewiston, Maine mass shooting suspect Robert Card has been found dead, law enforcement sources tell the Fox News. A law enforcement source tells Fox News Digital that Card was found dead as a result of an apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound near a dumpster at a recycling plant where he worked at one point in Lisbon, Maine. During a press conference, Maine Public Safety Commissioner Mike Sawchuk said Card was found dead at 7:45 p.m. Card is the primary suspect in Wednesday's mass shooting in Lewiston at Schmenge's Bar and Grill and the Just-in-Time Recreation Bowling Alley, which left 18 people dead and another 13 injured. A press conference is scheduled for 10 p.m. So, at least we don't have that stuff to deal with anymore. And we'll be talking more about this guy, but got a little bit of relief for everybody out there. See, Mike White says him offing himself saves us a ton of money. You got any comments on this real quick, guys? Or is anybody here? Am I here? Am I live? Can anybody out there hear me? Maybe.
Yeah, sorry, Gary. I was right in the middle of something, and I was being loud. I was being very loud. So, yeah, no, my take on it, I don't know. I think we should give these mass shooters as little airtime possible because I'm tired of the media beating it like it's a dead horse all the time when it does happen. So I don't even think their name should be because they're all pieces of, fecal excrement. Use insert your word here. So that's kind of my take on it.
I want to say hi to Honcho Fed out there in the audience. Hello, Honcho.
Yeah. Sorry, Gary. I was talking and my mic was muted. Sorry about that.
Well, I was seeing, for some reason, even though my internet appears to be running at the speed it should, StreamYard still isn't playing well with me tonight. So I don't know what the deal is. Everybody out there could hear me, so I was a little worried.
I could hear you fine. I was talking, and then I'm like, you didn't say anything. I just happened to notice I was muted. So sorry about that, buddy.
Instead said I didn't think it was likely they would find that psycho alive. No, me either.
Nah, and of course, can't you? I got name for these people that I couldn't say on here, but the cowards always seem to try to find easy prey and then off theirself. It's just terrible. And Pat and a lot of other people, it's a terrible thing that happens, but then sometimes media really blows it up. Also, it's a bad deal, but then also, just when it happens, when it's gun related, they just love to run with that stuff, and I don't know.
Yeah, it's 2023. Accountability's gone. Just blame everything else except the shooter.
Yeah. Hey, Ozzy.
Ozzy Horseborn is out there. See, Honcho says, still not sure why the media kept saying he was a firearms instructor. Was he working as one before the shooting? I hadn't heard that.
Huh, I hadn't heard that either.
Dwayne7834 said he should have never been turned out of the psycho ward. That's probably right.
Yeah.
Oh, he was in the psych ward.
Oh, yeah. Duffer426 says, gives politicians fuel for more gun control. That it does.
Yeah.
Yep.
Honcho said he did see that the media redacted the firearms instructor statement after a day or so. Okay. Defense Dad says, Honcho, because it makes him the poster boy for anti-gunners as to why more gun control is needed. Yeah. Let's see. Weston says they want to paint all firearm instructors as bad and capable of this same behavior. Yeah, same thing Mike says. Okay. Honcho, go ahead.
I just say, even if it's a lie, they can make something up and say, oh, sorry.
They don't make things up, Hillbilly. Come on.
Yeah, I was real interested in what defense Dad said. I did not know that.
Yeah, he was in the military, I believe. Yeah, he was committed for evaluation for voices in his head and threatening to shoot up the base. Yeah. All right. Well, let's get on to our next. Let's see. I'm going to close this tab. We're just going to use this one and go there, because we're going to talk about this guy some more. So realize, of course, this article was written before he was found. So anyway, this article says Maine police say Lewiston suspect was prohibited from possessing guns. As local, state, and federal law enforcement continue to search, well, they're not searching for him anymore. Information about the suspect continues to trickle out from official sources. One important question has now been answered, and it turns out that the suspected killer was prohibited from purchasing or possessing guns. Okay. According to the State Bureau of Investigation, Card is categorized as federal firearms disqualified status, though it remains unclear what law barred him from possessing a firearm. A list of Mainers who have had their weapons confiscated through the state's yellow flag law does not appear to include anyone matching Card. A spokesperson for the state police did not respond to a message asking for clarification about why Card was prohibited. The SBI hasn't said anything beyond that basic information, so we don't know when the suspect was officially categorized as a prohibited person, but the most likely opportunity would have been earlier this summer when he reportedly spent 2 weeks in an Army medical center in West Point, New York, after displaying erratic behavior during training exercises. While that information was reported to federal officials, it doesn't sound like it was conveyed to state authorities. The suspect's family, however, says they were in contact with both law enforcement and the military over the past few months to express their growing concerns about his rapidly deteriorating mental state. His sister-in-law said the family reached out to police and his Army Reserve base as they got increasingly concerned in the past couple of months. We just reached out to make sure everyone was on the same page because he is someone who does gun training. There it is right there, she said. We were concerned about his mental state, that's all. Her husband went back and forth with the Army, Katie Card said. They were following up on it too, but he's never been someone we thought would actually do anything, she said. Travis T is out there, member for 15 months. Thank you. According to that NBC News report, the Defense Department official who spoke without attribution said that the New York State Police responded after the officials in the suspect's unit expressed their concerns about his mental state and took him to Keller Army Community Hospital at the U.S. Military Academy for medical evaluation. Under an executive order signed by New York Governor Kathy Hochul, The New York State Police shall file for an extreme risk protection order when there is probable cause to believe the respondent is likely to engage in conduct that would result in serious harm to himself, herself, or others. Since the suspect wasn't a New York resident, an ERPO request wouldn't have been filed in this case, but I'm curious if the New York State Police ever reported this to their counterparts in Maine, where a yellow flag law is in place. If police in Maine had filed a yellow flag report after the suspect was released from the Army hospital, the suspect would have undergone another psych evaluation. And if the mental health professional found reason to suspect he was a danger to himself or others, then the case would have gone before a judge. Regardless of how we might feel about red flag laws in general or Maine's version, which contains a few more due process protections than what is found in most red flag laws, specifically, it appears that there were mechanisms that could have kept the suspect from accessing firearms but were never actually used. Of course, if the suspect's mental condition continued to deteriorate after he'd spent 2 weeks receiving inpatient psych treatment, I'd argue that neither yellow flag or red flag law would have been the most effective way to keep him away from guns. Why was he released from custody to begin with? And why did the increasing concern from family not result in an attempt to use Maine's civil commitment law to commit him once more to a psychiatric facility? The burning question surrounding the suspect at the moment remains, where the hell is he? Well, I think we know now. But why wasn't he in a psych hospital? Is equally important when looking how and if this horrific tragedy could have been prevented. Very well said. What do you guys think about that?
Well, we see more often, I think. I know the Florida school thing was one of them. I'm just off the top of my head, to where either law enforcement or somebody somewhere did not do their jobs, and pass on information, and these people, were overlooked and was able to get guns or whatever.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, it's just, I think on some of these cases, just like this guy, I mean, why was he released? And then in other situations, it's like, why was information not filed, from behavior problems, stuff like that. And you're not talking just one instant, on a lot of these, it's multiple instances of behavioral problems, one way or the other. And
so sorry about that, guys. Sounded like somebody
problem.
was trying to nail something to the wall outside here, man. I thought George was trying to get in one of the cabinets, but George is laying on a bed in there. So I don't know.
Hey, Ron.
Anyway, let's see.
Anywho, the law is only as good as its enforcement, and it seems like there was multiple breakdowns in this situation where it could have been handled a lot better if the right information would have been passed along to the right people. And granted, I don't know the whole story or anything, but just like Hillbilly said, there's a lot of instances where some of this stuff could have been prevented if only different bureaus or offices would have communicated with each other on this stuff, and the proper information would have been passed along. So, I mean, it's, it only works if it works. You know what I mean? So.
Now, Weston says, another failure by government to communicate with each other and follow procedures that might prevent something like this. Obnoxious One says, another government failure. Who'da thunk it? Exactly. Rick Harris says they only enforce red flag laws on people who are not a threat. Now, G-Web says leaning into red flag and such laws after this news cycle is the wrong move, in my opinion. The real point here is lack of infrastructure for people who need help. They win if we say red flags would have worked. Well, yeah, you got a point. And the gist of it at the very end is like, why was he released from custody in the first place if he was a danger? That's where we need to concentrate, not the red flag law thing.
Yeah,
the problem is the guy shouldn't have been out and about. Am I wrong here?
I agree with you, and I don't like the red flag law. I'm not for that. But this guy shouldn't have been out. I mean, it's just plain and simple.
MK Outdoor Journal, I mentioned him earlier, and there he is, folks. He's got a show coming up here, I believe, in about 45 minutes. He's gonna get going about 30 minutes before we end. So welcome back, by the way, MK Outdoor Journal. Good to have you back there. Let's see. He says, stupid Ohio politicians calling for red flags. Morons gonna talk about it. Yeah, you better talk about it. I was gonna say, I kind of do right of the people light on this show. Nobody can talk up a story like MK Outdoor Journal. So, and he reads a lot better than I do. So, G-Web says, suggesting the law would have worked if only it was more law is fake. Let his friends and coworkers understand options to help the guy. Okay. Defense Dad says, when it comes down to it, this is truly an example of it being a mental health issue, not a gun control issue. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. He says, Quarker's got a quark. Yeah, you got to get your show in sometime, dude. I know. That's fine. Okay. And there's another one. I do believe that I think I want to take a look at it. Let's see. Yeah, let's take a look at this. This is kind of interesting. This is a story about a 2021 photo. It shows the first target of the Lewiston killer was a gun-free zone, believe it or not. Now, how can that be? How can that be? There's been some uncertainty about whether the Just-in-Time Recreation Center that was the first target of the killer in Lewiston, Maine, actually prohibited firearms from the premises. Under Maine law, establishments in which alcohol is served must post signage banning the carrying of firearms if they want to prohibit them, though consuming alcohol while carrying is illegal regardless of whether the premises is posted. A citizen journalist and member of the Connecticut Citizens Defense League, Matthew Strasser, was the first to spot a small sign in a picture of Just-in-Time's front entrance that was posted online in 2021. As the Crime Prevention Research Center reports. Okay, as we have pointed out many times, mass murderers prefer defenseless victims, gun-free zones. 94% of the mass public shootings occur in gun-free zones. And this is no different. He apparently picked 2 gun-free zones to do his attack. The picture here is from 2021. The sign for Just-in-Time Bowling Alley, located at 24 Mollison Way, Lewiston, Maine, reads, we kindly ask that you refrain from bringing firearms in this building, and we would appreciate it if you left them in your vehicle. Please keep our atmosphere family-friendly. The murderer murdered 7 people, 1 woman, and 6 men there. We are working to get a higher definition picture of the sign. 2 sources tell us that the Schmenge's Bar and Grill restaurant was also a gun-free zone, but we don't yet have a picture of the sign there. Heartbreaking. In a bitterly ironic twist, emblazoned across the front doors of Just-in-Time was the phrase, choose your weapon, with big balls and little balls underneath, referring to the more traditional bowling and old-school New England candlepin bowling. The polite request to refrain from bringing firearms into the building was likely obeyed by every person who walked through the doors that night, right up until the point the killer showed up. Did he intentionally pick these targets because they were gun-free zones? Obviously, we can't know for sure and may never know, to be honest. But based on his family's comments about him spending time in both locations and his belief that patrons were mocking and taunting him, I'm not convinced that it was a driving factor in where he decided to kick off his murder spree. Even if he wasn't motivated to attack just in time because of its policy, however, the decision to ban lawfully carried guns from the premises erased any opportunity to meet force with force. I have no doubt the owners of Just in Time had the best of intentions when they posted that sign. I don't think their decision was part of some commie plot to disarm America. I'm sure they thought they were just keeping people safe. And to be sure, there's no guarantee that any of the patrons in the business would have been armed, even if there had been no sign on the door. But as the Crime Prevention Research Center reported not long ago, armed citizens put a stop to more than 60% of active shooting incidents that happened outside of gun-free zones, much higher than the overall rate of 35.7% of all active shooter attacks stopped by armed citizens. A no guns allowed sign, no matter how politely or forcefully worded, won't prevent a killer from crossing the threshold of an establishment any more than an order of protection will prevent an abuser from once again going after the victim. It's a piece of paper, or maybe plastic, depending on what state you live in, not a suit of armor or bulletproof glass. It's a sensitive place that isn't sensitive at all, as it turns out. No extra security, no metal detectors, no extra steps to ensure the safety of the people inside at all. Just a sign on the door, politely requesting you leave your guns in your car. Placed with the best of intentions, but completely ignored by anyone with mass murder on their mind. How about that? Gun-free zone.
Well, like I said earlier, these people are cowards.
Oh yeah.
They're not going to walk into a doggone police department or somewhere and try to do this. They're cowards. And with these gun-free zones, that just gives them a target because they are cowards, or they would not be doing what they're doing.
I totally agree. Those signs might as well just have, instead of gun-free zone on it, it might as well just have a target on it saying, "Hey, everybody in here is disarmed. Come on in."
Let's not encourage people, but yeah, that's about the effect it does have.
Right.
Let's see. Mike White says, "What's not family friendly about carrying a firearm?" That's my opinion. That's for sure. MK Outdoor Journal says, "You know what's paid with good intentions." Yes, I've heard that many times.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Defense Dad says, "My new young employee said yesterday that she feels nobody should be allowed to own an AR-15 because they are evil. I flatly said I own several. Does that make me evil?" She didn't know what to say. Yeah, there's always that. Warsaw Patriots out there. He may have been here earlier. Let's see. Chessboard says, but it's okay for the controllers and their protectors to have fully auto along. What? Oh. Okay. Gary is live. Yes, I am. Defense Dad said she truly believed that all AR-15 rifles are fully automatic and shot 50 BMG size rounds. I corrected her. She was dumbfounded. Yeah, you'd be surprised how many people believe that crap.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. Travis T says, "My family is happy I carry it. Puts my wife at ease frequently." MK Outdoor Journal says, "Gotta go get ready. Enjoy the rest of Fowl Territory." Well, thank you for dropping by. Have a great show. Good luck. Let's see. Warsaw says, "The old quote, nobody should have an AR-15. My comment to that, you want Palestinians attacking American Jews? I don't." Okay. No, I don't. I don't want anybody attacking anybody in my country. But that's just me. Let's see. We've got a little bit of time real quick. Let's see if we can get off this main shooter for a little bit. Or do I have... Oh, maybe I don't have anything else. Okay. Well, let's go back to the bearing arms and see. I don't want to vote in a poll. Thank you very much. Let's see. What would be quick? Let's see. Philadelphia robber shot and killed by armed store clerk. Shall we do that one? Let's see what it says.
Yeah, let's end on a good note.
Okay. After 2 straight years of more than 500 homicides, violent crime in Philadelphia thankfully appears to be on a downward trend in 2023. In fact, homicides have declined by nearly 25% compared to this time in 2022, with more than 100 fewer homicides reported this year. 322 in 2023 compared to 436 in 2022. Well, that's good. The same trend can be seen when it comes to armed robberies, which are down about 10%, at least through August of this year, compared to 2022. Still, with more than 1,500 armed robberies reported to Philadelphia police this year, the city of brotherly love is hardly a crime-free utopia. The Happy Day Food Market, located in the Kingsessing neighborhood, has already been the target of at least one armed robbery this year, and on Wednesday night, a suspect struck again. This time, however, police say the store clerk was armed with a gun of his own and used it to defend himself from his armed assailant. The robber had cash stuffed in one of his pockets when police officers arrived at the Happy Day Food Market. Just after 10:30 p.m., Philadelphia Police Chief Inspector Scott Small said, "The man, believed to be in his late 20s, was found on the floor behind the counter, bleeding from multiple gunshot wounds to his chest and torso," Small said. Medics pronounced the man dead on the scene minutes later. The man had entered the store partially masked and holding a gun. He pointed it at one of the employees, then went behind the counter and, point of gun, started taking money from the cash register, Small said. That's when the store employee, who was also behind the counter, pulled his weapon and fired several shots. Small told reporters on the scene that the preliminary investigation shows the clerk acted in self-defense since the robber had a gun pointed in his direction. Yup. The clerk is reportedly cooperating with the investigators, though I hope he has an attorney of his just for safety's sake. If the store surveillance video and eyewitness testimony corroborate the clerk's story, however, he should be in the clear. The armed robber clearly posed a threat to the lives of everyone inside the store and could have easily opened fire on his way out the door after emptying out the till, so the clerk had a very reasonable fear of death or great bodily harm, I agree. That sounds like a justifiable use of force to me, and based on Small's comments from the scene, investigators didn't find anything that would suggest otherwise. So far, police haven't publicly released any information about the suspect who was shot and killed, so we don't know if he has any prior arrest or criminal history. The city has seen a high rate of recidivism over the past few years, which many Republicans and even a handful of Democrats have blamed on Philadelphia District Attorney Larry Krasner and his soft on crime policies. Krasner's office has prosecuted fewer violent offenses than his predecessors, and in 2022, about 60% of offenders were arrested within 3 years of their original offense. That's not the highest percentage in the state. In fact, the numbers in some western Pennsylvania counties are near or above 70%, but it's still nothing to brag about. We'll keep our eyes out for more information about the suspect in this robbery as well as the investigation into the shooting, but unless new evidence emerges, I think we can count this as a defensive gun use on the part of an armed citizen. All right. Any comments on that? I mean, obviously a guy comes, aims a gun, threatens people with it, then goes behind the counter and starts taking money out of the register. Yeah, you don't know what the guy's going to do with this gun, and he already had it pointed at you at one point.
Yeah, man.
It's cut and dried as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, definitely.
I take that gun pointing almost the same as hitting. Somebody hits you first, another male or whatever, the same way, they point a gun at you, you're welcome to point back, I mean.
You pointed a gun at me, you still have said gun. I have a gun. Yeah. I mean, it's sad when anybody's life has to be ended like that, but you got to stop the threat, too. far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Got to end the threat. Because
because
the article's completely right. He could have turned around and just shot people as he's going out the door. They do that.
Yeah. You have no idea if they're just going to go out the door and leave and never come back.
Let's get rid of the witnesses. Yeah,
get rid of the witnesses. You do not know that.
Yeah, I mean, it's just it's just one of those things. You don't know what's on his mind. I mean, if somebody comes in and points a gun at you, you just flat don't know. I mean, there's no way you can know, but a threat like that has to be neutralized. It just has to be, because you don't know if he's going to go out in that parking lot and somebody's getting ready to walk in the store and he runs into them, he shoots them, and then gets in his car, and you just don't know. I mean, you don't know what's on that guy's mind. You just don't.
Honcho Fit says, nice screensaver, Pat. I do not believe that's a screensaver. I'm pretty sure it's a live shot of Pat's fireplace.
It's keeping me warm.
It is.
Well,
I'm going to need it.
It's better looking than me. It's better looking than me. So.
Defense Dad said that dude effed around and found out. Basically, yes, he did. Duffer says, I'm sure the family of the suspect will try a civil suit. Wouldn't surprise me at all. Chris Lang says, I've been shot at. It's terrifying. I would certainly think it would be.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, It is the top of the hour, folks. And I would like to real quickly, I can't talk tonight for some reason. Oh, well. Big surprise. Remind everybody that Gear Websites is your source for every Second Matters gun channels gear, ammo ID, and more. They have patches, stickers, and other items. And every Friday is Free Patch Friday. So buy cool stuff at gearwebsites.com. Well, I mean, that's all fine and good, but don't take my word for it. Let's listen to Gun Websites tell us all about it.
GearWebsites.com is your source for firearms-based playing cards and books. We also have mugs, shirts, and posters with designs that we've made live. Of course, we have patches. Every Friday is Free Patch Friday. We appreciate your support. Thank you for shopping at GearWebsites.com.
All right, so I put the link out there for gearwebsites.com out there. Always a good place to do your shopping on Fridays. Remember, every Friday is Free Patch Friday at gearwebsites.com. Justin Grimm wants to know real quick, what brand fireplace is that, Pat? Pat's away from his mic, evidently. We'll ask him later. Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, there
sorry.
he is.
I was being loud again. So that is a Lenordica Rosa Reverse. You can get them at discountstoves.com out of New Jersey. They were very good to me, and they're absolutely beautiful and 81.8% heat efficient. So very high for a wood stove. Very high. They're actually one of the highest ranked, and they are UL rated, so Underwriter Laboratories. So it is just like any other appliance you put in your house, so insurance will accept it.
Artak and Daughter says, I like Pew and Pew things. DJ Play Nights has 29-month member anniversary being in the Gizzard gang. Thank you very, very much for your support.
DJ.
As well as all the channel members out there who we will list at the end on the end credits. But for right now, we've got some business to take care of. And I do believe somebody has a song to sing. So let's do this one.
Lizard Larry's got something for you, Lizard Larry. Gonna give it to you, Lizard Larry. Gonna give it to you. Large prostate won't slow him down, chasing grandmas all over town. Got a sidekick named George the Cat. Lizard Larry's got something for you, Lizard Larry. Gonna give it to you, Lizard Larry. Gonna give it to you.
Lizard Larry. Gotta love it. And then you gotta love this guy also.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's that time of the show where we give stuff away. In tonight's giveaway portion of Fowl Territory, we're going to have all sorts of stuff and things to give away, folks. So get those typing fingers ready, and we're going to see what we're giving away. Gizzard, what do we have tonight for this wonderful audience?
Oh, boy. We got some stuff out there. Let's see. Honcho Fit says, what the actual fudge is this? Captain Kangaroo sing-along? Well, sort of like that. Ron Wayne says, that song always brings a tear to my eye. Yeah. All right. Well, let's see if this thing will let me run my camera long enough to at least show you some stuff. So, go ahead and make myself so low. How low are you, you might say? Okay. Here we go. Hope I don't disappear. So, all right. So we're going to start with the obligatory Gizzard Gary channel sticker. It's almost as big as my head, so they say. And then the smaller version, the Gizzard Gary Reviews channel sticker. And then the Fowl Territory thumbnail sticker. Those of you who have been around a while have seen all those. Now I'm throwing in something a little extra tonight. This is the Gizzard Gary magnet. So you're going to get a sticker and a magnet.
Sweet.
Because I love my viewers. How about Live Free Armory, the makers of the new Apollo 11? Yes, the Apollo 11. The Eagle has landed. All right. How about the good folks at Excess Sights? They are the fastest sights in any light. A little bird tells me they just may be having a sale coming up here soon. Don't ask me how I know. U.S. Law Shield. Defend the second, plead the fifth. I love that one. How about the good folks at Voodoo Tactical? Yes, my chair's sweet. Okay, how about from Palmetto State Armory, the Indianapolis NRA 2023 sticker? You're going to get one of those. You're going to get a sticker from PSA, the Dagger, as Obi-Wan would say. And also, to honor Obi-Wan, I present the Dipmus Panther Arms. Yeah, I got lots of stickers tonight. We also have a jackal.
I don't know if I'd recommend having one of those lies in your apartment, but yeah.
Probably not. Probably not. Oh, I got two of them. Okay. From IWI, Israel Weapon Industries. Okay. And now, here's another. I guess this is a bumper sticker, but it's still a sticker. This is from GOA. Shall not be infringed. Now we can go to patches. Speaking of GOA, you're going to get a GOA patch. And you're going to get this one, the Save a Pup, Abolish the ATF patch. That's one of my favorites.
I still love that one.
And then, speaking of IWI, here's a patch from Israel Weapon Industries right here. All right. Timothy Burkett is out there in the chat. Guitars and Gats is out there in the chat. All right. So, okay, we are going to have, once again, the coaster pack from EAA. This is a full pack. I think there's probably 8 coasters, 6 coasters. I don't know. You're going to get them all. All right. And we've got some other swag here. We have a key ring from RP Gear. It doesn't fall out of the bag anyway. How about a koozie from APF? I see Woods is out there. How about, I don't know who this is from or what pattern it is, but it's a gator, and it's going to be yours. I'm sure it'll be cool. And
Nice.
how about a lanyard from Silencer Shop? Everybody ought to have one of those. And I know we've talked about this before. I've done videos on it. You ever seen a Gerber paraframe? Fairly common knife. Gerber paraframe. Well, somebody's going to win this tonight.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
New
Nice
Gerber
giveaway.
paraframe knife.
Woohoo.
And
You were just stacking it up tonight, Gary. Stacking it up.
to carry all this in, you're going to get this bag from Condor Outdoor.
Oh my goodness.
It's
Wow.
a real neat shoulder bag. It's got a strap on it and everything. They give them away as swag bags at like SHOT Show and stuff like that, but they are they're not cheap. It's not plastic or anything. They're good bags. So you're going to get all that. Plus, you're going to get a basic gun cleaning kit from Aegis Gun Care. That's right.
Man,
How about that, folks?
what a giveaway.
How about that?
Wow.
Yeah.
How
I'm
about
entered.
Had it.
I
You got it stacked to the ceiling tonight.
You betcha.
Awesome.
All right, so let's go ahead and show the giveaway tool. Looks like we have 30 people entered in the giveaway. I show there are 27 currently viewing, now 28 on YouTube. There may be some doubling up going on out there. Wood says, I'll keep my man card in that man purse. Hey, when you go to like NRAM or SHOT Show, everybody's carrying around bags like that.
Oh, yeah.
And there's no
That's
use
not a
throwing
man
those.
purse.
There's no use
That's a
throwing
man's
those
bag.
things away, though. Yeah, Devil Dog is out there. Okay, let's see. All right, 33 entries. Wow, it keeps going up. How
I
much
really
longer?
should enter.
How much longer? 34. Wow. I think people are out there creating new alts out there on the various platforms just so they can enter.
Well, do you blame them?
I don't blame them. Okay, Hillbilly.
Yes, sir.
How about, since Obi's not here tonight, how about you give the command to hit the draw button?
All right. One for the money, two for the show. Let's go.
All right. Good luck, everybody.
Woo!
Last week we had somebody new win, so let's see who wins this week. I saw 2 Live Moo out there. Woods, however, is our winner.
Congratulations, Woods.
Awesome. Congrats, bud.
Congratulations to Woods. He is our wiener Aegis cleaner. So congratulations to the winner of this week's Fowl Territory prize giveaway. Let me go ahead and put the wiener Aegis cleaner logo up there because Woods is our wiener. Place for that man card. Absolutely. So Woods, I believe I have your address unless it is changed. He says the streak continues. What streak is that? Did you win something else somewhere else? He must have.
Yeah, he almost did I think a 3-for in my show.
Yeah, he almost did a triple that one night on your show, Hillbilly.
Yeah, and he lives like the farthest away you can possibly ship something too.
Well, he's in the United States. That's all I care about.
I know. I just give him rather than because, like when I send stuff, especially off Amazon, you can tell when they get it. And a lot of people get next day or 2 days, sometimes a week. But up there, man, it takes them a good week or two to get stuff.
All right. Well, that's just too cool. Same address, he says. All right. Fluffy 10mm Jeep guy is out there. All right. Well, man card is secure, says Gunmetal Guy. Well, we had quite a bit of interest in that giveaway there. That's pretty cool. So let's see what other business we can do here. We already talked about Live Free Armory. Let's see. Might just remind everybody that you can enjoy the best small batch fresh roasted coffee, have it delivered to your door while supporting this channel, if you so desire. And to do so, check out Blackout Coffee at blackoutcoffee.com. And when you do, use the coupon code Gizzard Gary, and you'll save a little bit of money and you can help out the channel. So anyway, let's get that self-promotion off there, because we have a show to do, folks. We have a show to do. In fact, you know that gun snob guy that stuck his head in here a second ago?
Yeah, where'd he go?
Yeah, where'd he go?
I believe he's coming back. I believe he's coming back here.
Ladies and gentlemen, now it is time for you to send your GORN to GORN at gizzardgary.com. It's time for Show Us Your Gun.
He messes that up every time.
And then he left again.
He did. He comes right in.
I can do
And
that.
then he leaves. I just don't understand it. All right. So anyway, it is time for Show Us Your GORN. So send your GORN to GORN, GORN at gizzardgary.com. If you do, please include your channel name in the email so I'll know who sent it and I don't have to read your email address, you know, if it's something embarrassing or something like that. Now, if you're on Instagram, remember you can tag your post on Instagram, tag the account at GG Fowl Territory. That's GG for Gizzard Gary Fowl Territory. If you tag that account, then we can view them here on the program. Woods says I sent you my address on Insta. Okay, I'll make sure I have the right one. Thanks, Woods. We will get that to you. I may have to borrow a truck just take all this stuff to the post office. I tell you what, no, I didn't that bad. All right, GORN, you say? I do believe I have some GORN. In fact,
GORN.
I have GORN, believe it or not, that is almost a week old that somebody sent me. Somebody sent me, I believe, last Saturday.
Well, you better get it used up before it goes bad then.
So this is from a guy named Pat, who says AR-47.
Yeah, that thanks to Thunder on the Prairie and that upper, I won, and the Monstrum Tactical 3-Power Prism scope sitting on top. I also won. Actually, my daughter won that, and decided to put together a gun for her. So it has been running great. I got Magpul furniture on it with the Flat Dark Earth. It's a little bit different between the Monstrum and the furniture, but you know, nothing's ever perfect, especially once you get into different companies. But that is the heavy barrel, and I love it so far. It's been a tack driver out to 200 yards. I have not shot it out past that or anything, but yeah, it's all been good. It's a PSA lower with the I'm drawing a blank. I'm getting tired. For the upper. But anyway, no, it's been a good shooter, and I tried to, with the forward grip, I was trying to model this gun after a old Soviet build.
Okay.
Their first, it took the Tokarev round. It was their first submachine gun. What gun was it?
I don't know. Do you know Hillbilly? Because I do not. I give up.
God, my mind's drawing a blank again. I just had it in my brain. Jeez, I'm getting tired, y'all. It's been a long day. Yeah, I'll have to get back to you on that. I got to look it up again now.
Artac and Daughters
no.
says PPSH 38.
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you very much. They had that short stubby handle on, and it was all wood, and I absolutely loved that gun. But I was trying to go with a modern, updated version of that if it was in, the 7.62 by 39. So just trying to give it a little throwback look, especially with the
Fluffy
handle.
10mm Jeep guy says BCA upper.
Yes. Sorry.
I'm glad we got
It's
people
been
out there in the
long
chat
topic.
to help you out, man.
Yeah, well, like I said, it's been between harvesting and working cows. It's been a long last week actually. I'll put it that way. But no, thank you for letting me do a show and tell there, Gary.
You bet. Okay, so let's see what else we got out here. What in the world is this? Okay. Oh. All right, so let's go ahead and share this. It is from Chessboard, and he says, "Hello, Gizzard Gary. My sister sent me this from West Virginia the other day from her backyard. Can you tell what it is?"
I think one of your vehicles met its demise with one of those. I think
maybe. Didn't meet its demise.
It hurt it an awful lot.
It had to go to the car doctor.
It's fuzzy and it's brown and has 4 legs.
Yep.
I forget. Did yours have those white things sticking out the top of its head, or not? When you had to take it to the car doctor,
didn't get that close a look at it.
In a flash of light, there it was, gone.
Okay, so now we're gonna have some true GORN. True GORN, I say. And you know what I mean when I say true GORN. That means it's from Ron Wayne. He is showing us the Rossi Rio Bravo Brass 22 LR. Look at that.
That is pretty.
It is nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love those polished brass receivers.
Nobody does GORN like Ron Wayne. He keeps it true to the spirit. Yeah, I love it, man. Very cool.
No, that is a beautiful gun, Ron.
But he's not done. He's not done. Not to be outdone. He sent us this. And this is Cimarron Nickel 45 Colt. That's almost more gun than GORN can handle there.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. It's got him flat against the wall.
Dang, that's pretty too.
That is nice.
Wow. That is beautiful.
Wow.
That is just.
That's just too cool. Thank you, Ron. All right. Oh, he's not done yet. But wait, there's more. Yeah. All right. Third time's a charm. Now we've got the Cimarron Thunder 357.
Now you're talking. There's my caliber. I wonder how many guns that were made just like that. Just the plain walnut hand grip in the black back in the day. Because
That's a
that
bird's
was
head
kind of
grip, right? Isn't that
the
what they
what?
call a bird's head
Bird's
grip?
head?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got
Well,
birds right.
Wood
yeah.
says Ron Wayne is 30% cooler now. Wow. He was already pretty cool.
Now that's a beautiful gun too,
Sure is.
for sure.
I'm glad I don't have to send my guns into this show because I'd be put to shame after seeing that stuff. Wood says he gets an A++. Yes, he does. He has passed the GORN test. All right. All right. So we have some stuff out here in my text chat. So
How are we going to top some of that stuff right there? That was
Well,
pretty good going right there.
we're going to go a different direction with the GORN now because it's coming from the
Okay.
hens. So you know it's going to be a little different.
Okay.
Now this is from Sarge. He saw this today while he was out shopping.
Nice.
He send that to me. Very appropriate, I thought, for Fowl Territory.
And it's festive even.
It's very festive. Yes, it is.
A Christmas. Well, never mind.
I guess it is Christmas. Yeah, it's got the holly and ivy on
Christmas chicken.
You bet. It's only $199.99.
Worth every penny.
Worth every penny. All right. And then let's see. This is from Obnoxious One. This is a different kind of GORN. A little bit of the dark side here.
Night Gorn.
Night Gorn.
A little night vision going on here. Whatever's out there, otter be careful. Let's put it that way. That's all I'm going to say. It otter be careful. This might be its last night. In fact, it oughter be.
It ought to be getting its butt back home.
It oughter be. Okay. Okay, these last three. I'm a little confused if you're out there, Sarge. Are you saying none of the last three are GORN or just the last one is not? Little confused here. He sent me 3 pictures and then he typed not really GORN. So I don't want to mistakenly put something on here I shouldn't. So he says it's Gizzard's Christmas cock. Okay, yeah. We'll wait to see what he says. If he says. And Ron Wayne threw the chicken and a Santa Claus out there. It's not quite. Woods wants to know if that was Live Free Armory. I'm not sure what it was that Obi had there, to tell you the truth. He didn't say. Okay, I'm totally confused now. Okay, well, while I'm waiting on him, I'm going to do something else here. I'm going to try to go to the Instagrams. While I am waiting on clarification, you've heard of screen sharing. Well, this is another person we know called clarification. So Okay, so I'm trying to. It doesn't matter. Post them, he said. Okay.
That sounds dangerous.
All right. I'm game. All right. So 3 more from Sarge here then. Here's the first one. Look at that. That's pretty. He's even got his logo.
Look at it.
He's even got his logo there. Look at that.
Nice.
That is slick. I like the looks of that.
Yeah,
thing.
I like that.
That is classy.
Slide's been all lightened up and everything. It's got the
yeah.
It's got his logo. I wonder who he had do that. Actually putting the logo on there. That's kind of a
somebody
low
with a
key
laser
kind of
somebody with a laser engraver, that's for sure.
Right. But that's kind of just a low key kind of wink right there. You know what I mean?
I like the way that is right there though. That
Yep.
I would have never thought about doing that. That is slick.
That is nice.
All right.
If that was in the hot rod world, that would definitely be a hot rod.
Okay. Now, if you want to see something really cool, wait till you see this next picture.
Ooh.
Yeah, if you like the first one, you'll love the second one. There's the bottom of the magazine.
Oh.
Nice.
Nice.
That is so cool. Very well done.
Wow.
I don't know if my logo would work very well being laser engraved, but man, that turned out awesome.
Dang.
That is very, very cool. And then there's one more. So let's see. Oh,
I'm kind of jealous now.
get to see
Wow,
the other.
that is slick.
Get to see the other side. So you're going to get a full presentation. I don't believe this one doesn't have logos on it, but you can see the Live Free Armory logo on the slide. What appears to be a Gen 5 Glock frame.
Mm-hmm.
That is nice.
That is nice. That is.
I don't know.
That is beautiful. I forget, does Gen 5 lowers on those? Do they usually have that stippling on there like that?
I know that's
I was going to say that's got to be.
That's either grip tape. It's probably a Talon grip, or I'm guessing.
Well, clone-like, you know what I mean. It was not necessarily
I think like the Gen 5s just don't have the finger.
You're right. You're right. That'd be Gen 4 with the finger grooves.
Gen 4 or 3 probably.
Mm-hmm. I should know. I have a Gen 4. I totally botched that. Okay.
I mean, I think that's about most of the difference.
That's not unlike me to make a mistake. So I don't even. It's just par for the course. It wouldn't be Fowl Territory if Gizzard didn't screw something up. So.
Yeah, that's a sweet looking gun right there, man.
NDZ surprised me with the logos made out of spare parts and stuff. NDZ just sent me. Nice.
Wow.
That's pretty cool. Thanks for sharing those, by the way. That's pretty awesome. All right. So now let me get back to the Instagrams, or Instantgrams, I guess we call them.
Back to the Insta.
If there are any. Let's see. Let me look. 7 days ago. 6 days ago. Yeah. Stop. Okay. So let me get back here. Somebody just sent me some in the mail. I'll get to it in a second. There aren't that many on Instagram, so we'll be fine. All right. So let's see. Are we showing? We are showing. So 6 days ago, this is from the Gun Snob. North American Arms 22 short. This thing is tiny. Look at that. 22 short. That's smaller than either one of mine.
That's smaller than the Derringer we shot at Thunder on the Prairie.
That was a present for his new grandson, as I understand, his first gun. So he got something that he'll be able to grip pretty soon, evidently.
Yeah.
Because Snob will never be able to shoot that thing. Come on, he can get 2 fingers on there at the most.
Guess the old saying goes.
That's awesome.
Start them when they're young.
I own 2 NAA mini revolvers, and I just love them. So very cool. And then from Obnoxious 1, this is the Nomad Defense Glock 19 at TriggerCon. Very nice. He's probably talking.
Let's go
listen to him. Hearing a lot of pew 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 here.
That's the sound of freedom.
It is.
Zero that this morning from this range, so you can blame.
Hey guys, Rob here at TriggerCon 2023 with Nomad Defense. These guys are doing a Gen 4 frame. This thing's got all kinds of cool stuff about it. We got the nice stippling here. We got the nice mag well on the back of it. We have replaceable back straps on this one as well. The first time I've ever had a chance to actually shoot one. Let's go runs.
Okay, so now we have once again Obnoxious 1.
Global Ordnance
10 millimeter stride ball.
It looks a little big. It's a 10 millimeter stride ball.
Oh. Putting a hurting on that target.
Yeah, definitely.
Wow.
Hey guys, right here at TriggerCon.
Okay, from our attacking daughters, let's see. Brady loves his ETS mags. Yeah.
All right.
That's taking care of your kitty for sure there.
Giggity.
It's just like my cat. You throw something on the bed, my cat's going to be on top of it, and you won't get it back for a while.
Yep.
That's what cats do, unfortunately. All right.
Yeah.
So back to the email, and let's see. Oh, boy. We've got some stuff from Hillbilly. So let's take a look. This is a Glocktober G27 40 Smith & Wesson standard mag and extended mag. Nice. And a TLR6 from Streamlight on there.
Yeah, I figure since it's Glocktober, might as well do some pictures and videos with them.
Yeah, Glocktober's about over, isn't it?
Yeah.
Next show we have, it'll be November.
Did you get the other one with the extended mag?
Yeah.
Okay, I
can
didn't
only
know if it
show.
was thin or not.
I can only show one at a time, but yes,
Yeah.
it is. Oh, yeah, I'd say that's an extended mag, all right.
Uh-oh.
This is
What are we walking into here? What are we walking into?
A slightly higher capacity mag here.
YouTube friendly.
Well, it's less than 30 rounds, right? Well,
Can you literally hear the people on the left cringing?
nobody needs that
Screaming.
30 rounds. I got one for my 19. I can't say nothing. All I can say is America.
That 27 is so dang small anyhow.
Can you hold on to that thing shooting 40 Smith through it? Well, 40 Smith isn't that bad.
No, but still, that like I can't get my pinky finger on that grip. You know, it's so.
It's just an extended grip. You just tell everybody that it's just an extended grip, so you can get both of your hands on there, nice and fully, so you can control the firearm properly.
That's right. That's what that's for.
It's a forearm
It's
grip.
just an extended magazine. It's just an extended hand grip.
After
That's
all,
what we ought to rename them.
everybody talks about gun control and stuff. Well, you got to be able to control your guns. I mean, you know.
Well, exactly.
Wood says that identifies as a 8-round mag.
I'm sure it does.
Yep.
All right, so we got some more in. So this is from Justin Grimm. Okay, and he says, thanks to G-Webs hooking me up with your channel, then with Hillbilly Up, you with Hillbilly Up, then him with Moondog. I won this light from Moondog's giveaway contest.
Awesome.
Oh, the O-Light. Okay,
Oh,
cool.
Nice.
Very cool. Moondog is a great guy, by the way.
Oh, yeah, he is.
There's a better close-up look at it. Oh, what? Now, what O-Light is that exactly?
There's a 50-50 chance that Gary has that O-Light.
Oh. It'd be the PL Turbo then, probably.
I reckon so.
Because I don't have the PL Pro, so it's got to be the PL Turbo. Here's another shot of it, by the way, in case you want another look at it. Let me get it sized up right before I put it in the screen. This will give you a real good look. All right. There you go. You see how deep that mirror is there?
Oh,
now if you've looked at my video on the PL Turbo, you saw me. I was at the local ballpark at home plate, aiming that out past center field to the bleachers back behind center field, which was 380 feet from home plate, and it lit it up like broad daylight out there. That thing supposedly has a 515-meter throw.
Wow.
Yeah, so it could have gone way far past those stands. And it's just impressive. I've never seen anything like it on a weapons mounted light. It is awesome. Plus, it's got enough of a spill. I mean, it's got a concentrated beam, but it has just enough of a spill that if anything was in the peripheral, you'd probably catch it too, if it's close by. So.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that because I did see your video and I was like, it looked like it had enough spill where it looked like you could pick things up on the sides too. Pretty deep.
Yeah, remind me and I will bring it to Thunder on a Prairie and we can play with it a little bit. But yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to do that at night. Just throw it out there and just see what it looks like. Because I would really like to put a light on my carry at some point in time, and just to try it. Just to try it and see how I get along with something like that.
Now, if somebody had that aimed at you, I guarantee you wouldn't be seeing squat. That would blind you. The thing is, I think, what was it, only 800 lumens or 1,000 lumens? I can't remember. The lumens themselves isn't that high, but it's just the way that beam's focused is what makes it do what it does. So it's got a good, decent run time because it's not consuming a whole lot of power. And it's running on 2 CR 123s anyway. So it's not rechargeable. The rechargeable lights don't do it for me. Give me the battery powered ones. They just work better. Don't ask me why. That's just what I think anyway. So let's see. Justin says it's damn bright for sure. I blacked out my basement and walked around impressed. Wood says, I admire my cat. He gives 0 Fs more than anything I've ever met. He'd fight a bear. Wow. Artak and Daughter says, cats will not tell the cops where your pot is. Rick Harris says, yeah, I love cats, but they do get into everything. Yeah, they do.
They are a curious lot, aren't they?
They certainly are. Well, guys, it's about 1/4 till. MK Outdoor Journal should already be live at this point. I also know that G-Webs told me he is going live with the weekly 2A wrap-up at the top of the hour. And since I believe we are done with the GORN for the evening, let's go ahead and take this off here. And let's change it to What Did You Learn? And in that segment, of course, we're going to go through and ask everybody in the panel what they learned tonight and what they have to plug. So let's start with Hillbilly. What did you learn, sir?
Yeah, I learned that Snob's grandson's already starting a pretty sweet gun collection.
Yes, he is.
And Pat's going to be nice and warm tonight. Look at that fire there, man. That feels pretty dang good just here watching it. So
It is nice. It is nice. I won't lie.
G-Web says, I'm doing it raw, no script. Oh, this will be a fun show tonight then.
all
Cool.
right.
All right. So what you got coming up?
Oh man, got videos coming out, either shorts or content videos pretty much every day. Got some, I think they're going to be fun. They're sure fun to make. Got 2 Halloween videos coming up. And one of them I'm out hunting ghosts. The other one I'm just shooting pumpkins. And they both are a lot of fun to shoot. And then also on Saturday nights, tomorrow night, we got Guns, Beer, and Therapy at 9 o'clock Central, 10 o'clock Eastern. And if you guys get a chance to come by, we always try to have a good time. But not only that, Tuesday night on Halloween, we're going to be doing another show that's just Halloween. So we'll be hitting a live twice there in a few days. So
Nice.
All right. Well, thanks for being here. And real quick, I have to intervene because we have some last minute GORN that came in.
right.
This is from Ron Wayne. It says it's for Woods, a Smith & Wesson Model 10.
Oh, nice.
Hopefully
Nice.
Woods is out there. That's a classic.
Mm-hmm.
Are those ivory grips?
I'd say so. They sure appear to be.
Yeah.
Aren't those nice? The best gun ever, says Woods. Good, he did get to see it. All right. So that is GORN approved and Woods approved. Thank you, Ron, for sending that in. It's my favorite, he says. All right. Very cool. All right. So, Pat in a bunker, what did you learn?
I learned that Ron Wayne has some really, really nice classic looking guns.
He
For
does.
sure.
He's got some toys.
Oh,
Yes, he does.
beautiful. Very, very, very beautiful.
Yeah. So what
Other
you got?
than that, not much on. I didn't learn much other than that, but anyway, yeah. What I got coming up, we just released a couple videos here about a week ago. Some more Thunder on the Prairie stuff. One featuring Gizzard Gary's little 22. Man, that high standard. Man, that thing is just a tack driver. Man, that's probably my favorite gun. Every time when Gary's coming to Thunder on the Prairie the last 2 years, I shot it the last 2 years and ran at least a couple magazines. I think that first year, I put like 4 or 5 magazines through it. But yeah, so I just want to say thank you again, Gizzard, for letting me shoot that. That thing was absolutely beautiful. And
You're welcome.
yeah, no, got some more videos coming out here. Probably next week once things settle down a little bit from harvest and cows and all that fun stuff. So I'm gonna be doing some cooking on the wood stove because I've got some new cast iron to debut that I picked up over the summer that is finished and ready to go, and I got some more outdoor videos ready to go. So yeah, got a little bit of everything coming down the pipe. So
All right. Well, thank you for being here. Thank you both for being here.
Not a problem.
We had a good show. So anyway, I want to thank everybody out there for watching Fowl Territory this evening, whether you watched on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch, or if you're listening later on the audio podcast. Thanks for being part of the show. Sure do appreciate it. I'd like to thank my panelists this evening, Hillbilly Up and Pat in the Bunker. I'd also like to thank everybody who sent in GORN and helped to make the show what it is. And last but not least, I would like to thank all of my channel members out there on YouTube for their support of the channel. It certainly is appreciated. Don't forget, coming up after this, you've got your choice. You can go over to the weekly 2A wrap-up on the Gun Websites channel, starting at the top of the hour, or you can go over to MK Outdoor Journal, or you can catch a little bit of both. Whatever you want to do. So everybody have a safe and pleasant weekend. Have a happy Halloween next week, and we will see you. When will that be? November the 3rd, I believe, will be the next Fowl Territory. So anyway, let me go ahead and turn this banner off here. And I would like to remind everybody that if anyone tries to infringe on your right to keep and bear arms, give them the bird. This is Gizzard Gary. Do you boys have any last shout-outs before we go off the air?
Y'all come back.
Stay safe and carry your weapon.
All right. All right.
Great show, Gary.
Thank you very much. All right. Thanks, everybody. We will see you next week.